Hello, this is Saga Storm, and this is my Tour of the Decades review event. This week, we got the 60s. This movie, wow. It's lazily made, horrible effects, it's cheap, and it's corny as all get out. Let's get this over with. This is Santa Claus Conquers the Martians. Yes, I said that correctly. So after really cheesy opening credits, we see our Martian. Wow. Wow. Those are what you're going to go for. Those are the designs you're going to choose. Really? There are elementary school plays that have better costumes than that. Are people supposed to really look at that and say, oh, there's no way that's not just a human in a costume? I was more convinced by the aliens from Plan 9 from outer space. Those didn't even have costumes at all. The Martians are watching Earth channels of a Santa public appearance. So many different plot holes. Okay, first off, why are the Martian children watching human programming? I mean, aren't there good Martian channels? Second, how did the Martians get human programming? It's never explained to us. And don't you think that the humans would be, kind of confused to see Martians stealing cable? And fourth, since when did Santa make public appearances? Outside of ho ho ho, pay to call me so I can tell you stories. Ho ho ho. I'm already so confused. So we see Santa.
Oh, hello, son.
Oh, it's kind of hard to talk with the fight music. Also, I'm so horribly addicted to tobacco, I can't bring myself to play it. Smoking is good for you.
We also get Mrs. Claus, who discovers she's on TV and then freaks out like a little girl in front of Justin Bieber. It's actually kind of disturbing.
Television? Did you say we're on television? Oh dear. Oh, why didn't you tell me? Oh, my hair's a mess. Hello there.
That's not charming. That's creepy. So, we get introduced to the help of the parents of the Martian children we see earlier. He looks like Gene Wilder, but thankfully is not Gene Wilder.
Stand up! Stand up!
I'm sorry, Chief Keymark, sir.
Dropo, you are the laziest man on Mars. Why are you sleeping?
They're still called man when they're on Mars?
I wasn't sleeping, Chief. It's just that I haven't been able to sleep these last few nights.
Don't they have their own language?
I forgot how. So I was just practicing.
You were the 9/11 of Martians. So the parents of the kids are worried about how they're acting distant, woeful, and don't really do that much except for watching Santa. So they go to the Great Knowledge. Alright, I predicted the Great Knowledge will be... Okay, I got a 16% chance that it's some kind of mixture of animals, but it's kind of vague, so you can't really figure out what animals go into the mixture. 23% chance of being a creepy-looking hooded figure. You never see its face, but it turns out it's really harmless. And a 61% chance of being an Asian man who's so old it looks like he's going to drop over dead and has strange posture and an undefinable accent. Alright, let's see which one it is. And drumroll, please. It is option number 3.
We need your advice, Joachim. Something is wrong with our children. They eat not, they sleep not. Their only interest is watching meaningless Earth programs on the video.
Ah, yes. It is early December on Earth, close to the time of the Christmas.
The voice makes him sound like he's gonna burst into tears at any second. Honey, that puzzle we bought at the dollar store has a few pieces missing. Well, I guess that dollar means nothing now.
What is this to do with our children, Ancient One?
We have no children on Mars. They have children's bodies, but with adult minds.
Yeah, bad writing will do that.
Not have a childhood.
So, the great knowledge tells them that it's Santa that they want. So, of course, the Martians go and try to kidnap Santa. Yes, that's right. This is basically how the Martians stole Christmas. You know, it's really bad when these Grinches seem even less convincing than the first Grinches. The Gene Wilder elf turns out to have, stowed away in some strange hollow box of machinery. Yeah, there's a million of those on ships.
So I could say goodbye to you, and I remembered. I've never been to Earth, so I thought I wanted to.
I may leave you there in place of Santa Claus. Now get below.
Shut up.
I'll deal with you later.
UFO Bulletin. The Defense Department has just announced that the unidentified flying object has suddenly disappeared from our radar screen. They believe the object has either disintegrated in space, or it may be a spaceship from some other planet which has the ability to nullify our radar beams. Because of
Wait a minute. Haven't shotguns already been invented? Of course we have technology that can block radar. So the Martians ask two kids where Santa is, and they tell him, and of course, they kidnap him to keep them quiet. Kinda tactless, kind of a paper trail. The two children hear the plan that the Martians have to kidnap Santa. So they go and try to save the day. Wow, what a lovely looking setup today, isn't it? They run and run, and they hide from an unspeakable horror. A man in a polar bear costume. Shh. Might hug us. Yeah, he sure does have the fine and gross motor skills that most polar bears don't have. So, two little kids find Santa's workshop, but are captured by a man in a robot costume from the Martians.
You may not be so lucky next
Once again, completely and totally obvious.
Lock them up and rejoin.
They kidnap Santa with a freezing gun that they happen to have. That's right, a freezing gun.
Quiet, you.
It's a pop gun.
We don't want to hurt.
Mrs. Claus is going to be very
They even freeze
angry
Mrs.
about
Claus.
this.
Oh, by the way, see that grouch with the mustache? Yeah, he hates the joy that Christmas brings, and he wants to put a stop to it. Wow, a bad old grouch who hates Christmas. That's the most original idea I've ever heard in a Christmas movie or special since, I don't know, the He-Man and She-Ra Christmas special, How the Grinch Stole Christmas, all the other reindeer, Santa buddies, Beauty and the Beast Christmas, Grandma Governed Over by Reindeer, and every single Christmas Carol variation ever made in history. It gets worldwide news that Santa Claus was kidnapped. How do they know this? Because Mrs. Claus got unfrozen and told everybody about it. Yeah. You know, at first they're totally against leaving a paper trail because they capture them to keep the kids from talking. But now, they don't care anymore. And it kind of means that you captured those kids for nothing. It means less weight on the ship and more food wasted. Kind of dumb.
Looks like we made a
But that big, bad mustache man is hating the joy that Christmas brings.
So, he tries to savagely kill Santa Claus and two small children by bringing them to the airlock, locking the door, and opening the hatch, crushing them into a bloody pulp and sucking them out into the endless vacuum of space. Merry Christmas, everybody.
That's right.
Sure. This is where you come when you're ready to go out in space. It's airtight. You put on your spacesuit and go out through that door. When you come back, the door closes and they pump air back into the room through there. When it reaches the pressure of the rest of the ship, you can take your spacesuit off.
Smart lad.
He's the smartest kid in the whole movie. So, they escaped. Not really explained how they escaped. They had like 5 seconds left, but I guess Santa stopped time and crawled through that tiny hatch. It's magic, herp derp. And he gets to Mars to make toys for all the Martian children. He also meets the Martian children of the dad. I don't like that laugh. I don't get it. This is weirding me out. I'm hearing something I don't understand, and it makes me scared. Turn off the gas. Turn off the gas.
What's that?
Rape.
They're laughing. Boma and Gemma, too.
They've never done it before.
Come.
Operating full blast.
So, the big, bad, mustachioed Martian wants to kill Christmas.
Kimwar's built a mechanized assembly line for the old man. Toys are rolling.
Yeah, they're really dumb. This movie is really dumb. So, the way they make toys on Mars is just by pressing a button and instantly a toy comes out. Only that exists on Earth. That way you can always get the right action figure or the right doll that your child wants.
Billy?
So, the
Betty?
Martians are worried that the kids are acting
Don't you wanna
lonely.
watch the Earth program?
Oh, no, sir. We're not interested in Earth programs. I'm going to sleep. Good night.
Me too.
Just a moment.
Good night, Mr. Kimar. Good night, Lady Mama.
Just a moment, children. Are you feeling well?
Oh, we feel fine, sir. Good night. Good night.
Has someone been mistreating you?
Has anyone
no,
touched
sir.
you in a way that made
and
you
Lady
feel
Mama are
uncomfortable?
just as swell to us. Good night.
Yeah.
What could it be?
So the
Mama?
Gene Wilder Martian dresses up like Santa
With whipped cream.
by eating pills that try to make him fat, but he just uses a pillow. And of course, they mistakenly think that he's Santa and capture him instead of the real Santa. No, what a misunderstanding. Kind of hard for them to sell the antenna, apparently.
Why don't you,
This leads to a big battle for good and evil with toys, and he actually does get defeated by toys. He's not very good at this, is he? He's not. So, the Gene Wilder becomes the Martian Santa. Santa goes home, and this giant, horrible mess is finally ended. Wow. Wow, is this movie bad. I dislike this movie even more than I dislike Plan 9 from Outer Space. This movie is worse than a movie widely credited to be the worst movie ever. It's lazy in every sense of the word. Every single aspect about this story has been done before. It brings nothing new to the table, and it's not even well put together if you take that away. The costumes are lame, the effects are beyond horrible. This is a horrible, horrible movie. And really makes people dislike Christmas. Okay, maybe not that far, but it gives Christmas a bad name. See you next time when I review the 70s movie. You're going to want to watch the 70s movie review.